Hi all technical people, this is Pallavi Verma and in this video we will talk about what is Dano. So really Dano has replaced Node.js? So no, Dano didn't replace Node.js. Yes, it didn't replace Node.js. So if someone is saying is Dano has replaced Node.js, so it's a rumor. Because at this early stage we cannot say Dano has replaced Node.js as we have only V1 for Dano. So and there are tons of projects that are running in organizations, so you cannot say that all Dano will replace all the Node.js project this early. So yes, Dano has some other feature that Node.js doesn't have, but it would be wrong if we say at this early stage that Dano has replaced Node.js. But yes, later it can, but at this stage we cannot say this. Okay, so how this Dano is different from this Node.js? So first thing I will tell you, these two are quite similar, but there are some features that are really different. Like when it comes to your JavaScript part, Node.js supports JavaScript, but your Dano supports JavaScript and your TypeScript as well. Yes, it supports your TypeScript. And when it comes to the way you import your all the modules, what we need to do is we need to do all require thing. But what Dano is does, it supports ES, so we need to follow all the instructions of ES in Dano. Now one important thing is there, Dano doesn't have anything like which is package.json or package.log.json kind of thing. It doesn't have any node module folder where it is keeping all the default modules, and if we want to add any module, that we need to explicitly install it. So that all Dano has skipped. It doesn't have all these things like Node.js. So now some of them will think, okay, it's all about the space. It is not acquiring the space that node modules used to acquire. So this is not just about the space, it is about the caching thing. So if you are familiar with what caching is, then you will understand this beauty of Dano. Because in this case what will happen, Dano has its all audited standard module that we need to import, and what it will do, it will just download it for you, whatever we are importing it. And actually it is not making any folder or any physical copy for that. It will just do the caching for you. So whenever you need to require any module, it will do just a caching. So isn't it beautiful if you are aware of what caching is? So this caching part is here. So now one more thing is that I'll tell you while I write the code. So there are few things that you should keep in mind while dealing with the modules. So I will write one. So let's say it's Dano script.ts. Yes, it's a TS because it supports TypeScript. So like Node.js, it doesn't use requires, it supports ES, so we need to follow the ES instructions. So it would be import. I'm gonna connect with the HTTP server. So what I'll do is I need to serve, and why I have given this serve only, that I'll tell you after this compilation of the program. So I need to follow this ES thing. Now here, how we can import this module? So as I told you before, Dano has its already audited standard modules, so from there only we need to import. So what I'll do is it would be https and it's dano.land/standard/ what I need to pick, it's http and which file I need to refer is it's a server.ts. Yes, this is, you need to just know this is how we need to specify. And this is also, if we remove these codes, this is not the valid one. It will not at all compile this program. So it always check for the string. And this part also I'll open and tell you what exactly is there and why we have taken this serve only. So now what I need to do is I need to do one const here. Let's say it's a connection. Inside this I need to call this serve where I need to specify the port number like your Node.js. So let's say port is my 8000, and once we run, then I need to check something on my console whether it has started or not. So let's give one console log here. Let's say that running Deno, and now what I'll do is now I need to deal with the HTTP server the way we used to deal with the HTTP server of our Node.js. So how we can do that? For that, for await, and here I need to iterate it. So what I'll give is I will give a const request of connections of this connection. So one thing is also there, you were thinking how we can use this await inside with this for loop when we didn't specify any async function, because as per the rule of await operator we can use it inside a sync function. So yes, this is one more beauty of Deno. We do not need to implement any async function to use await operator. And why we have used await operator, I am assuming that you know that, but if you have doesn't know this, why we are using this await, so because it is gonna return the promise. So this await will not create any problem here. So now what I'll do is I need to, once I have this port, it should display something on my browser. So for that I need to respond it. So what it should respond, so it should respond a body, and let's say it has server has started for Deno. Okay, so one thing is still there, serve. Why I can't give like, maybe I can give like this con, and here I can replace with the con, but why I can't do this, that I'll tell you once I'll run this program. So I'll just revert it. Inside this new terminal I'm gonna run this. How we can run this? So to run this Deno script, what we need to do, Deno, first thing you must have installed your Deno, and okay, I think I forgot to share the command for that. Okay, I'll tell you that also. So Deno run and your name of your TypeScript. So it is this Deno run Deno script. So will this work it? So first thing, it is necessary to specify its extension, which is TS. Now still it will call it. No, it will not call it. Why? I will hit the enter. It has compiled and it is an error because respond. Now so now also I will run because of spelling mistake. So now if you can see, it is saying that permission denied, network access, run again with the allow flag, because for that we need to provide the permission. If we want to run any Deno script, we need to provide the permission for that. So what I need to do is I need to insert this flag, which is allow net. Now if I run this, so it is giving running demo, which means we need to go inside our port 8000 and we'll be able to see this. So quickly I will do this. Localhost and 8, this one. So it is giving server has started for Deno. So now here I said why I cannot change this to something else. Okay, let's try with something else. So here con, here I also replace with this con. So if I run this, what will happen? So Deno run Deno script dot ts. Okay, run, and I need to provide the access also, which is this. So if you see, what it's saying is this particular module has no exported member con. Yes, so that you need to take care. So how it is giving this error, and how we will come to know this is not the valid one? Because if you are familiar with this exporting function and member thing, then you will understand what exactly it is saying. So what I'll do is I will just go inside this particular audited modules. So it is deno dot lend std. So if I go inside this, so these all are audited standard modules. So what I had picked, it's HTTP. Inside this HTTP, what I have picked the server, which is server.ts. So inside the server, if you see what all they are exporting, so these all things they are exporting. So we were talking about that serve. So serve is okay, let me do Control F and serve. So there is one function, yeah. So this function only they are calling it. That's why we are not able to call that con, and it is giving that exception that it doesn't have any con exported member. So it has serve where they are specifying this host name and port name. So this is the one thing that you need to keep in mind. We cannot give anything randomly here like con or maybe some test I have given. So still what it will do, it will create this error for us. So still, okay, let me save it. So again, it will give you the same thing because it has no member that is exported. So what I need to do is, so they have already specified which is serve. So I need to replace it with serve. And once I have replaced it with serve, only then we will be able to run it. Deno run, need to give the permission and the name of your script file, which is type script file, which is deno script .ts. Extension is must. So if we again call that 8000 port, it will run this for us. So what exactly this compiler hints in Deno, that I'll tell you in my next video. Stay connected, and I hope you like this video.